Well, Maxi, congratulations on the win. I want to ask you firstly about that final ball, the shot. What was going through your mind? How did you process that?
Yeah, I was thinking about doing it probably the ball before, and I just felt like he was going to bowl a slow ball the ball before, so I could knock it into mid wicket for 2. And as soon as it was paced on, I realised I'd probably made a mistake in not going. I hit it too well to get back for 2, so I was like, that's fine. I'll hit one of the last 2 balls, hopefully for 4, and just felt like he wasn't going to go to the slower ball. And even though I was able to get one off him earlier, I didn't think it was going to be as easy. I think the point was just a little bit finer, so I thought I needed pace on to get it there. And as soon as I saw it come out of his hand, I was just like, get any bat on it, and it's going to travel. So got the ball I wanted and was able to execute.
And you were the last recognised batter with 6 overs to go. We saw you turn down singles straight away. Was that always the plan? Is that always the plan?
I think hitting to the shorter side, and it was the slight breeze that way. I think I wanted to control that over as well as I could, and then trust Dorsch from the other end, where he had a few more options. I think if I had have taken a single the first ball and had him just stay in his innings, it might have been tough for him to get going or get off strike straight away. So I thought it might have been a bit of a risk if I was at the non-strikers end for, let's say, 5 balls of that over, hitting to the shorter side as a right-hander. So in the end, I think I got 11 off it, I think, which is a win, and it kept the momentum going. And then from then on, trusted him, I think, basically both ends. So I just wanted to make sure that momentum kept going throughout the innings.
What kind of goes into it as you're kind of thinking through these innings? Is it something that kind of you just materialise in your mind? Is it what kind of thought goes into it in preparation, I suppose?
Oh, we've talked about certain scenarios heaps as a squad and as a team. Well, I think we saw Tim David do it in the West Indies when Mitch Owen was at the other end, and sometimes just get a match-up that we feel really comfortable, and it's something we're exploring at the moment, making sure that we're really clear as batters. It doesn't mean that we need to hit the next ball for 6 or there's any pressure on hitting a boundary. It's just been really clear that you feel like you've got a match-up and you feel like you can put them under maximum pressure, and we're all on board with that. And Dorsch took it really well at the other end, and he was just I suppose on board with the plan to do whatever he could possibly do to help us get over the line. And yeah.
You said it was pretty boisterous last time you were here a few years ago. That they got pretty loud with the sellout tonight. How was the Cairns experience?
Yeah, they were into me at the start. I was on the far side at Long On. I think it's is there a sporting club or something at Long On out there, and I had a fair bit to do with them out there, especially when I dropped that one and hurt my shoulder out the boundary, and Brevis hit like one in the air, and there wasn't much sympathy from any of them. But yeah, it was another great crowd. The last 3 games, it's been something that we haven't experienced in so long, and we played the one days up here in Cairns, but they haven't seen any T20 cricket up here for a long time, or if ever. So it's been nice to give them some really entertaining cricket, and we're a side that's in some really good form at the moment.
That catch to get rid of Brevis, obviously an important wicket and a tough catch, confident with it all the way?
Yeah, much like the first one, it felt like it was always drifting away from me, and felt like my running patterns, I felt like I was all over it, then felt like I had to speed up again, then slow down, and then last moment speed up, and then just tried to get my eyes as level as possible, get 2 hands on it, and get my elbows out of the way so it didn't bounce out. So so happy that stayed in, and worth the running that you do long on to make sure you're in the hot spot to take those chances.
Rather be nice after that one.
No, they were friendly at the other end. They were good fun at the other end as well.
Anything behind the celebration at 50 and then at the end?
In joke.
Okay.
Look, what did you make of Brevis? Obviously, you scored that B100 in the second match, and then obviously had 50 tonight. It seems like he's kind of coming into his own as a young player for South Africa. Yeah,
he's got a lot of talent. I think it was hard not to see some of the highlights from when he played the South Africa under-19s and all the baby AB stuff, and it's a pretty heavy burden that he probably had to have early on in his career, and probably got fast-tracked a little bit into the South African side, and he's had to obviously go away, work on his game, and come back and he's played beautifully this series. His bat swing's really pure, and it's hard to stop when he gets going.
You and Zams looked to have a little bit more assistance from the pitch tonight. Was that a fair assessment?
I felt like we had a little bit of assistance at the in Darwin. It was just probably more when the ball got saturated from the outfield that it probably changed. The ball got a little bit wet, so you didn't get that same assistance. There was still a bit of dew out there today. I just felt like it was probably it was a lot easier to manage the ball, keep it dry, keep the seam in a spot where you're able to get some grip and some revs on the ball. But once again, Zamp showed his class again tonight, getting a couple of wickets and keeping it tight.
Do you think that's why Roberto bowled that big beamer at you? It was a bit wet for him.
Yeah, it definitely slipped. I think I said to Rickleton out there, I said, you're fortunate that actually carried the whole way and didn't land shorty. That would have been horrible to try and pick up. But yeah, it's never nice to see. I think when it slips out of the hand, you know it's an accident, but certainly take the free hit.